I was watching more Sunny V2 videos. Girl, that's not me.
Yesterday, Tammy went into the hospital. She has pneumonia and she can't breathe. I set up a GoFundMe account. If y'all can donate a penny, nickel, dime, I would be so happy.
When Amy and Tammy Slaton
Yo, Tammy pisses me off, chat. Tammy pisses me off, bro. This girl, you see how big she is, right? She's like 1,000-something pounds. I don't know. Literally, like, I don't even know how many years. This is not. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. I don't know how many years she has left in her life, but if the doctors keep telling her if she doesn't change, she's gonna die. And every single time, like, they weigh her, she weighs more, and she literally blames it on everyone else. Like, she'll do something and then she'll gaslight somebody into thinking until like it being their fault instead of her taking responsibility. You see her sister? Her sister right here was the same size as her at one point. She lost all the weight. No excuses, nothing.
First began their YouTube journey back in 2014, they were seen by their audience as two wholesome sisters who were bravely putting themselves out into the world despite their unconventional appearances. However, only a few short years later, that very same audience had grown to hate and despise them. The Slaton sisters would turn their entire audience against them through controversy after controversy, picking with one of the most ambitious scandals in YouTube history, a GoFundMe for Tammy Slaton's funeral, who hadn't even died. However, if the audience had simply known more about these two sisters prior to the beginning of their channel, each of these controversies could have been easily predicted. For example, back in 2010, Amy would be arrested after shoplifting.
Who are you talking to right now?
An $8 book from Walmart, showing that even prior to beginning YouTube, the sisters were prone to both cutting corners and cheating the system. Most of this information would only become public at a later date, so when they first began their channel, they were liked. The sisters built an audience through their strong family bond, positive attitude, and ability to laugh at their own shortcomings.
We need to lose weight to become skinny.
We don't care if you don't like us, we're fat and we love it.
They weren't exactly the sharpest tools in the shed, but people appreciated their authenticity.
If I want to say, hey, I'm fat, but don't you call me fat. Why would I want you to call me fat if we're trying to be in a relationship? Come on now, use your brains.
And the fact that they were kind of doing YouTube for themselves. It didn't seem like they were trying to impress anyone. Love when a girl isn't afraid to be herself. I applaud you. Finally, a real person doing.
First thing you do is make a video on the YouTube side. Bro, people you do anything for content nowadays, bro. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that would like go into Whole Foods and poop in the food buffet and be like, here's the time I got arrested for pooping in Whole Foods.
A review. Love it. Keep them coming. I love her so much. She always has such a positive, fun, relaxing vibe. The Slaton sisters would receive.
These are NPCs.
I love her.
These are NPCs. Asia Thompson is not a real person. Gabrielle Badaglia, she's not a real person. Atis A, you got these are NPCs, bro.
She always has such a positive, fun, relaxing vibe. The Slaton sisters would receive their first big break after posting a video titled Chubby Bunny Challenge, which would go on to gain a view count in the millions. However, when examining the video's thumbnail and dislike ratio, it was pretty obvious that it had gone viral as a result of people watching to laugh at their physical appearances.
SMH. Bro.
I salute this channel for not disabling comments, that takes bravery. I genuinely didn't know it was possible for the human body to lay adipose tissue on the forehead. Anytime I wake up and think I don't really feel like working out today, I just think of this video and it gives me the motivation I need. It was a similar story with videos like Bake With Me and trying new makeup. The thumbnails were sufficiently horrid and laughable to make the videos go viral. However, despite the hate, the hundreds of thousands of views across the videos still brought in others who appreciated the relaxed nature of the channel, growing their fan base further. Oh, you're so cute. Well done on your makeup and ignore all the negative comments. She is so sweet.
Look at all these NPCs. Nisha is not real. Jane Jambi.
Makeup on me any day. All the beauty gurus be like,
these aren't real, bro. Rahima, you guys are not real people. I don't want to. They're NPCs. I don't want to hear this.
Do it exactly like this, Kay. And this girl is like, it's your makeup. You choose how to do it. And she did pretty good. I'm gonna sub. However, while a growing fan base would generally be seen as a positive for most YouTube channels, for the Slaton sisters, it would end up becoming a negative, as it'd be at around the same time that they begin to reach out to their audience for help in relation to their lack of financial security. For example, after achieving 1,000 subscribers on their channel, the Slaton sisters would set up their first GoFundMe, requesting that their audience help them buy an Apple MacBook with the goal of increasing the quality of their videos.
That's so like asking for money, man. That's like chat. We almost have 560 subs. Can you guys help us hit that goal? But like, who would ask for money like that, bro? That's so fucked up, bro.
Now, most of their audience felt as though there was nothing wrong with this proposal. The audience sends a bit of money through, the sisters get a new laptop, and in return, the audience gets a higher average video quality, which is seemingly a win-win for both parties. However, on
God, that's fucked up. Like, why would you ask your fans for money, bro? And like I was saying, though, we're almost at the sub goal, though, chat. 16 more subs. I don't know if any of you guys have the money to give, but we have 16 more subs to go to get hit the sub goal.
Contrary, some of her viewers felt as though the Slayton sisters were abusing their power as YouTubers in comments such as, "Delete this. You are going to lose all your subscribers. You're a pathetic lowlife that needs to get off your ass and get a damn job like the rest of us instead of mooching off of us. You are disgusting. And if I were you, thank God I am not. I couldn't wake up in the mornings." As a response to the hate,
Unspeakable. I didn't ask for money. I asked for subs. There's a difference. All right? Ask for subs, not money. There's a difference. All right? I don't want to hear that.
you would shift the
subs will help my channel grow and support me financially. But the money they're asking for, it's just for financially straight up. You know, there's a difference. Come on, bro. Jesus Christ. Ask for currency, not money. You redefining the day. Bro, I haven't done anything for Easter, chat. Have you guys done anything for Easter today? I haven't done shit.
the blame from herself, stating that her friend was the one who suggested that she make the GoFundMe.
I do not take money very lightly. The whole Mac.
Imagine if people make TikToks about me. The streamer's asking for money. I end up on a Sunny V2 video. The streamer's asking his chat for money to help support him financially.
thing was not my idea. It was a friend of mine's idea. I didn't even edit the video or anything. But that video is down.
However, while Amy did receive a bit of hate, the operation will prove to be successful after raising over $833, showing the Slayton sisters that it was not only possible, but simple to extract money from their audience.
$833 among 27 people? Bro, that's like $30 a person, bro. Who's giving them $30?
Through GoFundMe.
Why she need $10,000 for a MacBook? What is she gonna do? What kind of MacBook is she buying? But nah, she's buying a MacBook along with the big, never mind.
Which would become a vital piece of information.
She meant Mac in a different way.
For the
I'm not gonna say what I meant.
Covered in this
She
video.
meant it in a different
The other
way.
problem the Slayton sisters encountered after growing an audience was that they could now be held accountable for the stories that they shared throughout their videos. For example, Amy would upload a video talking about a situation in which she had adopted a German Shepherd rescue dog before leaving it in a camper van on a hot summer's day. Now, Amy would state that the air conditioning was on whilst the dog was inside and that the camper van was, quote, freezing.
The camper has AC in it, and we only put him in there for like 30 minutes. And who are y'all to judge me?
However, when Amy would then reveal that the dog had gone crazy inside and smashed the air conditioning unit just to get out, her audience assumed that maybe the AC wasn't on and that the dog was going crazy because it had been overheating inside. This theory would be supported further after Amy revealed that the dog had bitten her quite severely after escaping from the camper van, leading her audience to believe that the dog
was just there. What you mean while I'm looking? It's smack center in the middle of my screen, bro.
Crazy because it had been overheating inside. This theory would be supported further after Amy revealed that the dog had bitten her quite severely after escaping from the camper van, leading her audience to believe that the dog was all riled up after overheating. As a result of the incident, Amy would state that the dog had been put in a 14-day quarantine.
The dog is in 14-day quarantine. He has a week to go.
However, with the bite mark being so severe and Amy taking the dog to the pound, whilst using the wording that the dog was no longer with her, the audience assumed that Amy had taken the dog to the pound to have it put down, resulting in the popular opinion that Amy was an animal abuser. I can't imagine this woman owning a German Shepherd. Shepherds need tons of activity both physically and mentally. She couldn't even take care of herself, let alone such a strong and intelligent breed. I'm sorry, but I highly doubt she ran after the German Shepherd.
Videos tested me, chat. I'm being tested right now. I am being tested. The eyes of God are on me right now, chat. The eyes of God are looking down on me.
You need to be relatively active to own a dog like a German Shepherd, and you need to be trained to be able to take care of an abused large dog. This sentiment will become even worse when, at a later date, Tammy would upload a video talking about the celebration of her birthday at a gaming
I'm trying so hard to not be out of pocket right now, bro.
arcade, mentioning in passing that she felt sorry for their other dog, Littlebit, who had been left in the hot car whilst they were inside playing games.
I feel bad for a little bit because she sat outside in the hot car while we were having fun. But I did, while we were at getting something to eat, I did get a little bit some
You think she got a little bit, chat?
ice water. So I thought about it, at least.
She went to get something to eat. She got a little bit. You think? All right, sorry.
I said I was
Fuck, stop it.
water.
What a selfish, disgusting bunch of people these three are. Poor, poor little dog. I'm surprised Littlebit is still alive. These events did a pretty good job of destroying the Slayton sisters' reputation. However, as you might assume, it was only going to get worse from there on out, as Amy would find herself in yet another controversy after going on a date with a 19-year-old autistic kid at a local McDonald's.
Y'all know that I had the worst night ever Friday, and it was a horrible night. It started off good. We met each other. Well, it wasn't the first time we met.
Don't think that. I'm not that type of person.
As mentioned, in the beginning the date seemed to have been going well, to the extent that Amy and her date decided to book a hotel so they could go and get frisky together, at which point things would start to head in a negative direction.
And then we went to a hotel room. And I finally got up and started loving on him. I was trying to give him a hickey because he was a virgin.
That shit go crazy,
And he
man.
never had a hickey before. So I was giving him a hickey and he was like, quit biting me. And I'm like, I'm not biting you. And he was like, yeah, you are. So I bit him.
After biting her
She
date
bit him. She bit him. They went to a motel together, Chad. She bit him, bro.
and assumably scaring him off during the intimate moment, he would take to Facebook, posting a status written
Oh
in an
my
ancient
God.
Hindui dialect, which will receive a response from Amy about the size of his penis. Following this, Amy would go on to upload her video discussing the night, where she would completely dox the guy in the comment section with his Facebook page and telephone number, after which he would be harassed by Amy's YouTube
Some of
audience.
us girls
In
get
somewhat of
hungry.
a hilarious act of
I know. I can see that. I can see that.
karma, Amy would then go on to get into another relationship, which would ultimately end in separation after Amy's YouTube audience decided to get involved.
I hope y'all guys are happy. David just broke up with me because everybody was harassing him. Now y'all see why I don't tell people who I'm dating.
Bro.
Because y'all bully and harassing.
Bro.
And then he does.
And while this would mark the end of Amy and Tammy's reputational-based scandals, it would ironically mark the beginning of what would be many financial controversies, beginning when their audience discovered that the sisters had been receiving government assistance in a video titled Amy's Toxoplasmosis. Amy would explain that as
Bro,
a
what the
result
fuck are their
of
thumbnails?
government assistance.
This is
in
her.
a video
She
titled
decided to post this thumbnail. This is a thumbnail she put on her page. Why are you putting that as your thumbnail, Amy?
Amy's Toxoplasmosis. Amy would explain that as a result
Oh my
of being
God.
legally blind, she had been receiving social security payments.
That's her.
I'm
She
not on
put that
disability
thumbnail.
for my weight. I'm on disability because of my eyesight.
It would then be revealed later that Tammy was also receiving disability payments
crazy,
for her morbid
bruh.
obesity, which would result in backlash from her
crazy.
audience, stating that they were rorting the system by receiving money from both the government
Bro.
and their job as YouTubers. In addition to receiving money from these two sources, they also began to
Smokes,
make money
of
from
course, why
selling
wouldn't she?
merch, before many would claim that this
They're
was
doing everything else to destroy themselves. Why not smoke?
also a scam. The merch site was suspicious from the very beginning and read as follows. If you purchase Tammy's merch, you'll be added to a private group chat with Tammy. To purchase, head over to the donate section and donate the appropriate amount, $35 for t-shirts, $50 for hoodies, then head to the contact section and email us with the email you used to make the purchase. The reason that the Slayton sisters requested for
Such
purchases
scammers,
to
bro.
donate the appropriate amount became pretty obvious. They're definitely scamming the tax system and sliding money to Tammy so she can stay on disability from what it seems. I support a good side hustle, but this one is super shady. What the hell kind of sketchy ass website
told
is
ya, they're
this?
terrible.
I just
These two
donate my
people are
money and hope
terrible,
to
bro.
God I get something in return. No
These two
tracking
girls
or
are terrible,
proof of
bro.
purchase. Refunds, no thank you. This feels like a way to scam the IRS somehow. I didn't sell anything, people donated. It got worse when fans would come to realize that the sisters
Benjamin,
hadn't been
please get
paying
on my
the
chat.
artists who had completed the designs for the merch. A representative
him
for
outta
Tammy
here.
would take to Instagram stating, all people who make artwork don't
Tax fraud is pog, bro. Chat, all of us, every single one of you guys in chat, let's all just not file our taxes next year. And what's the government gonna do? If no one files their taxes, they can't freaking arrest everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like if I just don't file them next year and then I get everybody else to not do it, then what? They're gonna arrest all of us? They can't do that. You know what I'm
asked to get
saying?
paid, but to simply get a follow or notice by Tammy.
We're just gonna
Most of the
scam.
artwork on the website right now was designed by @blank, our website designer,
Big
and
facts.
@blank again. However, apparently this wasn't
Next
the
year.
arrangement made with the artists. In an article written about the scam by Showbiz Cheat Sheet, it was mentioned that at least one artist has claimed they requested their
Bro,
art
type
not
me,
be
you
used
wildin'.
without payment and have since been blocked and have had their artwork misattributed to someone else. This artist would take to Instagram in a post reading, "I wasn't being unfair at all, just saying how my artwork is being passed off as someone else's when I spent time doing it, and I've now been blocked, yet my design is still up on your website. Not really fair at all." All
Bro,
I wanted
they're
was
literally
credit for it,
stealing
that's all.
they're
As a
stealing-
result of this scandal, Tammy's
They're the
TikTok with over
worst.
1 million followers, on which she had promoted her merch, will be permanently banned. However, this still doesn't make it the most notorious controversy in the Slayton sisters' history, bringing us to the infamous funeral scam. It began when Tammy, who was the heavier of the two sisters, fell over in the bathroom before waking up the following day without the ability to breathe.
I woke up and I couldn't breathe.
Thanks, the cop.
Like bad. Like I really couldn't breathe.
And after being rushed to hospital, it will be discovered that Tammy had contracted pneumonia.
I went to the hospital and the ambulance. Took x-rays and a couple hours went by and they told me I had pneumonia and
She
that's
ate
why
too
I
many
had to stay in
one
the
too many Easter
hospital.
eggs.
Whilst in the hospital, Tammy's
Only one too many. That's it. Only one. Only one too many German officer.
Condition would worsen, leading her to
Not two too many. Only one.
pass out for 3.5 weeks whilst on life support, during which Amy would begin the GoFundMe. Now, to Amy's credit, it probably was pretty scary having your overweight, unhealthy sister on life
Only
support for over 3 weeks. However, to begin planning for the funeral before she had even died was almost comically pessimistic, which had become even funny when Amy stated that the money was to fund Tammy's triple.
Yo, they're so fucked up, chat. They're the worst people, bro. Tammy, the bigger, I told you, the bigger sister, she gaslights everybody, bro. She gaslights everyone, bro. And then into being their fault. Instead of her just manning up and saying, yeah, I'm not taking care of myself, she literally faked her death. She faked her death and asked people for money for her funeral when she just wanted more money to, I don't know, buy food or whatever. This is fucked up, man.
Size extra large coffin.
With Tammy being so big, if something does happen, her coffin is gonna cost them more because they have to triple the size.
And then her sister here is fake crying to try to get people to give money for oh my god, it makes me
Tammy
angry.
was on a medical card. However, the amount of money it provided would not be enough to cover the funeral.
Jeez, it
She
makes me
is on a
angry.
medical card. The medical cards will not cover all of the bills.
Elsa's-
So this
you playing Warzone after this or what?
GoFundMe will be for Tammy's funeral if she dies. So please find it in your heart to donate.
The GoFundMe itself, which would raise a total of $818, read, "This fund is for if anything was to happen to her."
$800 among 25 people? I'm not doing math, chat, all right? Don't judge me. I'm using my phone. That's $32 a person.
Raised a total of
I'm not giving her $32.
$818. Read, "This fund is for if anything was to happen to her, will go to her funeral. If she makes it through this, the money will stay there or go to her hospital bills that insurance won't pay. I won't ask, but I don't know what else to do.
Wait, so she's saying that she hasn't even died yet? She's on life support. She's saying that she's on life support. She hasn't even died yet, bro. And she's asking for money for her funeral. She killed her off to. Oh my god.
Please help us, even if it's cents.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you,
Hayes.
and may God bless you." Now, if Amy had approached the situation from the angle of we're just doing this to cover the hospital bills and left it at that, it probably wouldn't have
Exactly.
even been any backlash. However, since she had put so much weight on the possibility of death, and people had donated assuming that she was going to die, when she would return to the videos a few weeks later laughing, joking, and eating junk food as if nothing had ever happened,
Oh my
obviously
Lord.
the audience and those who had donated weren't all that happy, judging from the 85% dislike ratio on the original We Need Your Help video. It
is
also didn't
fucked
help
up,
that in a
man.
different video, Amy would reiterate that the money wasn't going to be spent on anything besides the funeral.
We won't be spending it on anything but the funeral. I just
That's
wanted to
cat,
clarify
bro.
that. Or I'm going to take it up to the funeral home where it can build interest. I probably will take it to the funeral home and let it build interest. So if something does happen, we have that as a backup plan.
So when it was confirmed that there was
Gonna
no
follow, Will.
funeral, a new question had been created. Where had the money gone? Amy would state that she had transferred the money to her mother to pay for Tammy's medical bills.
The money that y'all donated for Tammy when she was in the hospital, I gave it to my mother, who paid bills with Tammy's bills. Regardless if that's what she used the money for or not, that's what I did with it. I gave it to my mother, who
Why? Yo, she's lying, yo. She's gaslighting again. I gave it to my mom and she paid bills with it. That's important. That's you guys gave your money still for a good cause. For my mom to pay her bills. Bro, what are you bro?
paid bills.
However, when her audience would ask her to prove it, she'd state that it was her mother's responsibility to provide the receipts.
My mom is trying to find the receipts,
She's blaming it on her mom, bro. Just refund the money.
but if she can't find them, that's on mom, not me.
Then in another video stating that the receipts had been thrown out completely.
I know I've been wrong. I should not throw receipts away. But in my head, I wasn't thinking, well, these receipts may come to bite me in the ass. You know, I wasn't thinking that. It was a simple mistake.
However, if the GoFundMe had been done online, then surely she was using
Bro, look at these thumbnails, man. Look at these thumbnails. This shit has to be fucking on purpose, bro. Look at this thumbnail. It is deep fried, bro. It's literally deep fried, bro.
net banking. Why couldn't she provide a screenshot of the bank transfer
my
to her mother?
God.
Medical bill receipts don't seem like
So
something that you
stupid,
just
bro.
throw away. It was suspicious that she was unable to provide any
Matthew?
evidence for the money going towards the hospital stay, especially when her audience would notice that she also happened
Oh
to buy
my
a new
God.
laptop and a new camper right after the GoFundMe had
Angles are
concluded.
killing me,
At a later
bro.
date, Tammy would go on to state that Amy's GoFundMe made her
Bro.
angry as she felt as though she didn't need help.
And when I found out Amy did the whole GoFundMe thing,
So fucking
believe me, I was
Hilarious.
mad. Cause for one, I knew I wasn't gonna die. And two, I didn't want help. I, not the person, the one that asked for help.
The most interesting part about the whole ordeal is that while most disgraced YouTubers simply fade into obscurity as the years go by, the
Oh
Slade
my
sisters have
God.
managed to remain relevant after rolling their public image into a TLC show titled 1,000 Pound Sisters, on which Amy has since lost over 100 pounds, has gotten married, had a baby, and is
We love that for Amy, chat. Look at her. Look at her. She lost 100 pounds, got married, and had a baby. We love to see it. Tammy is still the same size and blaming everybody else for her misfortune instead of just demanding up and taking responsibility.
looking healthy compared to her early days on YouTube.
Look at Tammy.
Unfortunately, the same can't be said
Look.
for Tammy, whose continual weight gain underpins
Oh my
much of the
God!
show's entertainment factor. The show just had its third season with well over 1 million viewers per episode.
Bro, what? She, oh man, I'm about to play Warzone, bro. I need to shoot people. I'm angry.